Right now at 6, how to make sure every voter in Wisconsin has a valid ID when they go to the polls. The Government Accountability Board is in charge of making that process go smoothly.
And they laid out their plan today. Jonah Kaplan joins us live from Brookfield. Jonah?
Courtney, we're 7 weeks to the day, 49 days until November 4th, Election Day. That means 49 days for you to get your photo ID in order and 49 days for city clerks like here in Brookfield to make sure Election Day will restore and keep the order. The ballots are in and still unwrapped. Brookfield City Clerk has a lot to do before November 4th.
It's a big election to be making that change, and so clerks statewide are sort of scrambling to make sure that we are doing things correctly.
The correct and lawful thing now is to require voters to present a photo ID to cast a ballot. Michael says voters need to know what to do, and so does her staff.
What if your ID doesn't look like you anymore? Because your ID could be 10 years old. You could have a new hairstyle. It could be a different color.
Today in Madison, election officials tried to calm those nerves. The Government Accountability Board outlined specific instructions. The GAB will offer up to 6 hours of online training for Election Day staff.
You have to make sure it's the right type of ID. You have to make sure it's current. Does the name conform to the name on the poll list? It doesn't have to be exact. Jim and James, Jack and John.
A more pressing issue, absentee ballots. Some have already been sent out. Clerks must tell absentee voters to send a copy of their ID anyway.
We're giving some discretion in the follow-up, but again, this is where we're asking the clerks to take some extraordinary steps. You're going to have to reach out to those voters with a written communication. Again, 49 days, 7 weeks, city clerks, especially in the towns all over southeast Wisconsin, imploring voters, get it done now. Don't wait till October, November. We have a lot of resources on our website for you, TMJ4.com. We're live in Brookfield. Jonah Kaplan, today's TMJ4.
All right, Jonah, thank you. And the controversial ID law may hit a roadblock. The ACLU announced it will ask the full 7th Court of Appeals to look at the case. In the meantime, if you do not have an ID, there are ways to get one.